Okay, we're going to... I've talked to Xantia. She said you're going to fight an Abishai. That's right, Thorpe and French Bears. Okay, I'll warn him. I've learned that Abishai can only be hurt by magic weapons.
Updated my journal.
He gives you a worried look. Need magic? How you know? I've talked to Xantia, she told me. He seems confused and at first, then a look of realization appears on his face. Xantia played Thorpe for Coney, she lie. Try get Thorpe and friends dead. I'm afraid so, Thorpe. Xantia not deserve apology. Thorpe free from death to her. Yes, you're free of your debt. Thorpe, thank you. You saved life. You saved life of friends. After a moment, all three bow to you and each hand you a bunch of coins. Woohoo! You good friend, you deserve. Must be going. And I have no idea how much it was. Nothing of real worth, probably. Is there a mention of it in here anymore? No. That's the important stuff. A Byron Pickett. What is... Mr. Byron, what do you can tell us? Well-dressed middle-aged man seems to be scanning the crowd with a practiced eye. He notices you approach and gives you a quick once-over. He smiles at you and gives a barely perceptible nod. I'm Byron Pickett, moneylender. Hey, may I help you, moneylender? Yes, I cater to the needs of merchants. Need to start a business, keep one afloat that's down on its luck, or perhaps expand a business. In either case, you come to me for funds. I doubt that you are a merchant, sir. What can I do for you? Questions. Okay. This very basic stuff he's telling us. Why are you here? The one thing these mindless sods are good for is spending their money. It gives them the feeling that they are actually accomplishing something with their otherwise meaningless lives. Okay, go on. Where there is money, you will also find merchants and thieves. I help provide the merchants needed to relieve them of their hard-earned coins. Okay. You mentioned thieves. Who helps provide them? Not I. He gives you a calculating look and smiles. Why do you ask? Oh, I was looking for some training.
Updated my journal.
He laughs and looks around. Really now? Well, that's not the kind of thing you should admit to just anyone. As I said, I have nothing to do with thieves. Perhaps you should talk to Lenny. He can usually be found south and east of the market. Tell him I sent you. The southeast of the market. He likely west. So, Gilbert is a trader or merchant, not a
I'm gone.
particularly interesting person to talk to. Southeast, where are we? We're south, so somewhere here. We should find Lenny. What's this? Wrecked house, yeah, that's Lothar. Laborer. Lenny.
I'm gone.
What does Lenny have for us? Greetings. What if I told Byron Pickett sent me? He stops smiling and examines you for a while. His eyes linger on your scars and he swallows slightly. After a moment, a frown settles on his face and he appears to be nervous. Pickett sent you? Why? He said you could answer some questions. What questions? You notice he looks rather tense. Okay, I'm interested in learning the thieving art. Can you teach me? I'm not really. What can you tell me about this world? He looks around and shrugs. This is the lower world, home of the common people. My fear isn't as desperate as it is in the Hive, but not as good as it is in the Clerk's Ward. Other than that, there's not much to be said. Can you tell me about the Hive? I guess you would call it the slums of Sigil. Lots of poor sods there with no place to go other than the dead book. Nothing else to say. Clerk's Ward. The name says it all, Burke. Clerks, clerks, and more clerks. If you want to push some papers around or have papers pushed at you, it's the place to go. Nothing else to say. Okay, what about the art? No, actually, no, I don't. I want to ask about. Can't I ask about this quarter? Yeah, he just doesn't have much to tell. Well, that was a bit disappointing. Okay, a coffin maker. I think he was mentioned by Iron Nals. Okay, and he has Dimitri and Amres. Is that a coffin?
Done. All right.
No, that's a coffin. Who's Dimitri? You see a tall, slender man with a glassy-eyed expression. He seems engrossed in some tale that the shopkeeper is relating. Occasionally he nods his head, but he makes no comment of his own. Greetings. The man turns slightly at your greetings, just enough to acknowledge your presence. You notice that he is a little pale of complexion, rather gaunt-looking. He is giving you a blank stare. The shopkeeper does not seem to notice any of this and continues with his stream of useless prattle. Are you alright? Man continues to stare at you and slowly nods. You wait for any further response, but he says nothing, only stares. You are about to turn away in frustration when you think you notice a strange, musty odor about the man. Okay, steps closer and sniff. You lean in and sniff at the man, unsure what you'll find. Yeah, sniffing strange men, that's what I do with my free time. As you do, a musty odor fills your senses, an odor you recognize from your time in the mortuary. It is the smell of dead flesh preserved by magic. Okay, you're a zombie. The creature continues to stare at you blankly, slowly, as if with great effort he begins to reply to you. Only your speak with dead power makes him understandable. Yes, I'm Dimitri. 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 That's a terrible name. Why are you here, Dimitri? Dimitri slowly glances at the shopkeeper and makes a feeble gesture towards him. Seeing this as a sign of interest, the shopkeeper redoubles his effort in telling whatever tale he is relating to the poor creature. Oh, that's terrible. Dimitri looks at you again. Hamris, he talks. Hamris never stops. Wanders towns, annoys Master, annoys everyone. Master great Dimitri. Tell Dimitri talk to Hamris. Now Hamris stay in shop. Master happy, town happy, Dimitri sad. Uh, that's wonderful. Yeah, anything I can do to help you. Creature pauses, then resumes his slow speech with you. You can almost detect a pleading tone in his voice. Yes, find Master, Sebastian. Ask him release me, please. Please. Yeah. Yeah, we met Sebastian and we've gotten the charisma bonds from him, so we might as well ask. It's nothing to risk. Okay, you see a rugged-looking square-jawed man. He turns at you with a wide smile. How are you, Cutter? Good day to you, good day indeed. He squints at you for a second, then juts his hand out to shake yours. Shake his hand. Greetings. Amherst at your service, member of the Harmonium and the fashioner of fine coffins for the recently departed. I think I know you, do I not? Let me see if I can place it. He pauses to think for a moment. Sharp with name I was in the Harmonium, let me tell you, I knew everyone in the entire world. Hey, my name is Adon. Yeah. He snaps his finger. Of course, Adon, I knew I recognized you. Anyway, you require my services. He studies you, then smiles, seeing the opportunity for a joke at your expense. It seems to me, sir, that you are one of in desperate need of a coffin, and soon. Yeah, he seems pleased with his wit. Okay. Yeah, I'm asking some generic questions. Yeah, these are too generic. We've asked them 1,000 times. Okay, who's your friend here? Dimitri? Quiet, doesn't say much, do you, Dimitri? Dimitri doesn't respond, but simply gives the same blank expression. A few seconds later, he nods. Henry shrugs, turns back to you. Wandered in one day a few weeks back, been a regular ever since. He hasn't bought anything, but he doesn't cause any trouble, so I let him stay. Seems harmless enough. You see, when I was serving in the Harmonium, part of our work was to take people under our wing, give them a little shelter from the chaos of the streets, get them spruced up. Okay, you do know that he's a zombie, don't you? He frowns, glances at Dimitri, then back at you. What nonsense are you rattling on about? Dimitri is no zombie. Sure, he may be quiet and doesn't move much, but it's just because he's a good listener. Yeah, I'm not gonna punch Dimitri. I'm gonna try to talk to Sebastian about him.
I'm gone. All right. I'm gone. Done.
Where was he? Somewhere here.
I'm gone.
Yep. Never mind, Sebastian. What? Oh god, I have to